From your fryer to the table, it's a quick trip for crispy fries. But how about a crosstown delivery? McCain SureCrisp fries are designed to go from fryer to container to carrier to passenger seat across town during rush hour down a shortcut that wasn't all that short to a doorstep before they hit the table. And that first bite, the crispiness speaks for itself. To the last bite, McCain SureCrisp fries. Go the distance. See how far our fries can take your business at surecrisp.com/delivery.
It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
Well, we are back here on Katz and Cosby. Everybody talking about the Hunter Biden pardon and so much more. Joining us now is the great mega best-selling nonfiction author. There he is, Bill O'Reilly, another big bestseller, Confronting the Presidents. Also, Common Sense with Bill O'Reilly is the great show every weeknight here on WABC Radio, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Bill, your thoughts on everything? We just had a very interesting conversation there with Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah, Cuomo got hit by politics. He didn't get indicted, but he got shuffled out of there because they set him up for that. And he, alluded to it but didn't say it. But I'll say it because that's my job. So you guys want to know what really happened in the Hunter Biden thing?
Yeah, please fill us in.
Okay. So the judge was right that from the jump, Hunter Biden knew, and his attorney, Abbe Lowell, who I grew up in the same town with, knew that Hunter was going to get a pardon. And it wasn't said in words. It was just said, don't worry. That's what was word. So their posture, Hunter Biden's attorneys, was we're going to try to put together this deal in Delaware that not only is a sweetheart deal, but will indemnify Hunter Biden for everything he's ever done his entire life. Okay? And the judge rightly said, well, I'm not going to do this. So then Plan B kicked in. And Plan B was Joe Biden would continue to say, I'm not going to pardon my son, because they all felt Kamala Harris would be the next president. And who's going to pardon Hunter? Kamala Harris. That was the deal. So when Harris lost, then they had to go to Plan C, which was that Biden would pardon his son and say that this never should have happened in the first place, which he did, which angered Weiss, the prosecutor in Delaware, who put out this statement he's going to go to court to get on the record that he didn't finger this guy because he was a political player. Now, Weiss can't stop the pardon. Weiss is just doing this because he wants to cover his butt down the lane, because Weiss wants to get a big job at a university. He doesn't want this hanging out there. So that's where we are right now. Questions, comments?
You know what's interesting, Bill? We all, when it came down that he had pardoned his son, my first reaction was, yeah, he's a father pardoning. I thought so too, that he would ultimately obviously do it at some point, or make sure someone else did it, to your point, like Kamala Harris, if she were to have been elected. The language that he came out, what was your reaction just in general of the tactic that he took, saying it's all political persecution? I mean, it was a very, like, if his name wasn't Hunter, this never would have happened. I mean, and that seems to be the line from the White House everywhere, as opposed to it's a father pardoning his son.
It's just more incompetence and dishonesty. You know, the big picture, and I deal with this tonight on Common Sense in great detail, so people can tune in at 9 o'clock. Look, Joe Biden is the second worst president ever. And I proved that in Confronting the Presidents, which, by the way, yesterday was number 5 on the New York Times list after 12 weeks of the marketplace.
Wow, that's big. Congrats.
And, Melania's kicking me, but I'm beating everybody else.
Women do that.
Anyway, so what this does is it hurts President Biden's historical legacy. We can't get rid of him fast enough. He's worse than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter's got no presidential legacy. There's not a person on earth that's going to stick up for his 4 years because it was a disaster. Biden was worse. And this just piles on that disaster, that he's not trustworthy, that he doesn't tell the truth. This happened in 2001, where Bill Clinton pardoned his half-brother, Roger Clinton. You remember this?
I remember that. Yep.
So Roger Clinton was a drug addict, just like Hunter Biden. And he got popped for selling cocaine. He had to do a stretch, and his half-brother pardoned him. What people don't know about that case is that Roger Clinton accepted $50,000 and a Rolex wife from the Gambino crime family. Did anybody know that?
Never heard.
$50,000 and a Rolex from the Gambinos, because one of them was serving a 49-year-old stretch in a federal pen for narcotics trafficking, and they wanted Bill Clinton to pardon Gambino. Bill Clinton's much smarter than Joe Biden, would not do it. But he pardoned Roger because he thought that Bush, the younger, might go after Roger Clinton, for doing this grift with the Gambino family. Now, this is Curtis Leawood territory, I understand. But I'm a journalist, so I got to bring this out. So it's just, these sleazy deals are made all the time, even at the highest levels of our government.
Bill, one concern that the Biden should still have, though, is that I don't believe that he can effectively, Hunter Biden can effectively claim the Fifth Amendment. So if he's brought in under oath in a wide-ranging investigation of the Biden family, he has to tell the truth. He can't tell he can't take the Fifth Amendment. So that could open it up to at least put them in a very awkward position.
I don't believe that will happen. I don't think that President Trump is going to go after the Biden family. What he will do, and I think should do, is take a look at the January 6th situation. Now, the way to do that is to set up a commission out of the Justice Department under Pam Bondi to look at the convictions, to go over them, to review them. And, there are some people got hosed there. I would not commute the sentence or pardon anybody who used violence. But there were people up there who got prison time, and they weren't violent. And I think that Trump will do that.
But, Bill, it doesn't have to be Trump. I mean, Congress...
We're going to look at it.
The Republicans in Congress can do an investigation. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on people like Jim Jordan, Comer.
With all due respect to your party, congressmen, they're not exactly Elliot Ness.
Well, some are. No, don't tell them short. I mean, there's been some good investigations. I think you have some good people. I think Jim Jordan can do a good job.
I disagree entirely.
Okay. Well, I don't. I disagree with you entirely.
All right. Well, let me make my argument real quick.
Right.
They could have roasted Joe Biden. There's no doubt he influenced peddled. There's no doubt he enriched his brother and his son. He did it. They couldn't get it.
Right, but now they can. If Hunter Biden can't take the Fifth Amendment, they can force him to testify. That's the difference.
Did they come close, Bill O'Reilly, to crossing the line, close or crossing the line on treason?
On what? Which
treason.
One?
He's talking about the Biden family behavior.
No, it's not treason. It's and it's been done throughout history. U.S. Grant's brother, a whole bunch of them. They just use their power to enrich the family. There's a lot of stuff with Joe Biden. He refinances his homes on a regular basis. Why? There's no reason for him to do that.
Taking the money out.
Well, look, this is what the Republican-led congressional committees should have gotten, and they didn't.
Judge Weinberg.
Bill, I want to change the subject, if you don't mind. I want to talk to you about the Daniel Penny case. What are your thoughts about that prosecution of that former Marine in the subway situation?
Number one. And if the stupid jury convicts them, then they're going to get overturned on appeal because there's so much reasonable doubt. And remember, in a criminal case, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. And if you look at the transcripts of what the testimony is, there is an incredible amount of doubt about Penny's actions and intentions. And then the coroner comes in and says the New York City coroner purposely booted it. If you're a jury member and you convict Penny, that's just blatantly dishonest. So I think in the end he wins. I hope he wins tomorrow. I hope they come back and say not guilty, because that's what a slam dunk I see on reasonable doubt.
Yeah, I agree. And I think also, Bill, if he is found guilty or even a hung jury, if it continues and they say they want to retry him or whatever, all I'm thinking about is the damage it causes to other people who want to step up and help. Anybody who's been on a New York City subway knows how crazy and scary it is.
Good Samaritans.
Yes, it totally does. Your thoughts on that?
The end game on this is you got to get Bragg out of there. He's up next year, right? 25?
Yes.
You got to get him out. I mean, this is, and they're booting him out in California like crazy. All right, L.A., San Francisco, Oakland, all three gone.
I think it was 12 out of 24 woke DA.
Yeah, and he got Soros money. Bragg got $1 million Soros money last time. That's what propelled him.
I'm going to vote for Aaron Rodgers, okay, over Bill Bragg. I mean, I just can't believe that this guy could get reelected with the damage he's done to New York City.
Yeah, and especially just like you said, I think there's been such a wake-up call across the country, Bill, about people wanting law and order and logic, and yet let's see what happens. But you're right, there also has to be some real competitors, too, against him, too, to knock him out, Bill.
Yeah, but somebody will step up. I think there's a woman who's already...
Maud Maron. Maud Maron, yep.
Maud's going to run as a Republican in a Democratic county.
Yeah, former Democrat, right? Isn't she a former Democrat and now Republican? But you're right. Let's see. Hopefully, New York wakes up. Absolutely. Bill, thank you so much. It's great to have you on, and everybody's going to be tuning in tonight. Common Sense with Bill O'Reilly at 9 p.m. Bill, thank you very much.
Okay, guys. Thanks for having me.
I'll be listening.
Thank you. We all will be.
Thank you.
Take advantage of the exclusive holiday offer at Panorama Optical. Enjoy 15% off prescription glasses. And with every $500 spent on glasses, receive a complimentary pair of frames. Absolutely free. Don't miss this limited time deal running until January 1st, 2025. For eyeglasses, contact lenses, and to put your life in focus. Visit 241 Broadway in Lynbrook, New York, or call Panorama Optical at 516-341-0297 to schedule your appointment today. 516-341-0297.